connection. It's just the one connection.
Brain freeze? No, I got brainwave. Take us back to the station.
I
know
think
this.
Oh.
I know too many of these.
Okay. Who
So-
wants to introduce?
Welcome back to On Air.
Yep.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz.
We're hot fuzzing chat.
Okay then.
We're hot fuzzing. We are the Hot Fuzz. It's the fuzz. Scram.
We are the Fuzz. Yeah.
It's the Fuzz. Scram.
Everybody scatter.
Scatter. Okay.
So-
Anyway,
Stars of this movie.
might as well be me with these cool shades, man.
Oh yeah, for
Exactly.
real.
You're welcome.
They
Yeah.
hurt my ears though,
Thanks,
so I'm
Theo.
taking mine off. Oh gosh, it's bright. Okay.
That's the sunglasses fever.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think that's a thing.
I look cool and I'm
yeah.
better because I'm wearing sunglasses.
you're like sacrificing.
Okay then, why not? Let's
My ego has been
So,
boosted
anyway.
tenfold.
Okay. I don't think it needs to
What
get
we
any bigger.
thinking, guys? How we
I
like
think
it?
this movie
Uh-huh.
was pretty good. Pretty darn funny, dude.
Dude.
Dude. Pretty
What
da-
do you think, Una?
I love this movie so much. It's so good. And like every time I rewatch it, I'm like, I find something new that I hadn't seen before, and it's like, I love this movie. It's so good. Not a single thing I would change
You
about
were
it.
ecstatic when I suggested this last week. You were like,
Yeah, no, I didn't
"Yes."
think everybody would be up for it, but yes, I love this movie.
I'm so glad we did it because I'm gonna admit this, guys. I think it's my favorite movie now.
It's
Yo.
taken Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was it's always been a favorite of mine just because I don't know, I watched it when I was younger. It was more of a nostalgia thing than anything. But not even really that. I heard the squeak on your glasses when you cleaned
Sorry,
it.
they got like fogged up with fingerprints and stuff. I tried, but they're not very good.
It
So
sounded like, oh my god, it sounded like a window wipe. Oh my gosh. Sorry. But yeah, it's probably my favorite movie now. So, yeah.
coming from my brain.
you're welcome.
sorry.
You're welcome.
I'll be
Michael.
completely honest. I like anything you do that I like. I'll just like take it for myself. Like I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, like
it's
you
a thing
took
I
my
do.
hat.
You're never gonna
Oh.
let that go, are you?
Never.
Okay.
You did steal his
Nover.
hat. So.
Nover.
For context, Michael
No,
stole my
I
hat.
didn't.
Yeah.
He
I
stole
wouldn't
my
do
hat.
that. You gave it to me.
No,
Okay,
I let you borrow it for
anyway.
a concert.
Anyways, what did we think of plot? What did we think of the plot?
Plot.
Plotty plot.
I'm surprised. Who is it? I forget who it was.
Who?
He was a cop in London. He's like one of the
Nick?
no,
Danny?
the guy who plays him. Who plays him? I forget.
You've
Who
got
plays
a list.
Danny?
No, who plays the guy?
Who's the cop in London? That does not narrow it down,
One of
Theo.
them. He's at the beginning. He was also in like the
Oh,
Marvel movies.
Matt
He was in The Hobbit.
Who?
Martin Freeman, right?
Oh.
Is that his name?
It's on the list.
Oh,
buddy.
Okay.
yeah,
Look.
it is. Yeah,
It is on the list. I'm surprised Martin Freeman wasn't like a main, because he's in their other ones, right?
Yeah, he was I don't know if
He was in Shaun of the Dead.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
I'm pretty sure he was, but maybe I'm the fool.
I thought for a second you were gonna say maybe I was in Shaun of the Dead.
Wait. Oh my God! I wasn't in Shaun of the Dead.
Whoa.
I don't know why I would ever think that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, he was in World's End though.
Yeah, I think
That I
it
do
was.
know.
That I know.
But I heard I'm sorry, you got sidetracked, so I don't know what your original point was.
Well, I'm surprised we didn't see more of Martin Freeman.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's-
favorite part of the plot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What? You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. I like Simon Pegg. He's awesome. He's really
Dude,
cool.
he's such okay. The thing with this movie is that in the other two movies, the Cornetto trilogy, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, it's Shaun of the Dead for the first one, which was 2001, maybe?
I feel like it was 2004.
4? Okay.
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
guessed
right.
it right. I
Um,
said 2004.
This one was 2007, Hot Fuzz, and then World's End was
2011, I think.
11,
Yeah, pretty sure.
12?
Tw-
Okay,
12.
cool.
I was one off.
I was gonna say 13.
It's also one off.
Anyway, I don't know.
Is
I don't
it?
like numbers. Anyway.
Yep.
I can't count.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
So
Numbers
this
are
is
hard.
the second one. But so for what's it called? Shaun of the Dead and World's End. They're not the same character like writing wise.
Anthology.
No, like, oh yeah, but that wasn't what I was gonna say.
Well, that's what I said. So.
Wow. Okay. Good
You
for you.
interrupted her. Let her speak.
Why would you do that, Theo?
Yeah, keep
Come
going,
on.
keep going, keep going.
Anyway,
Keep going.
he plays such a different character in this one because I watched an interview with him a little while back, but he said Gary King and Nicholas Angel. So Gary King is, he said, very similar to Simon Pegg, who plays Gary King in World's End, and then Nicholas Angel in this. He said that Gary King was really similar to himself, and Nicholas Angel was the exact opposite. So I think it's really cool that he has such like a wide range, just like, because I hate, and I know a lot of the time it's not the actor's fault, it's just that they're getting typecast. But like, if one character plays the same character in every single movie, it gets tiring. But
It's like The Rock.
yeah, or like The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like The Rock, and also The Rock.
Yeah. But Simon Pegg doesn't do that. He's able to do so many different things and play so many different characters.
He's in The Boys.
Okay, that was a little off topic, buddy. Were you done
Just
speaking?
saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
plot.
this was my favorite part of the plot, guys.
Anyway, the bullet
These
is
are-
plot, characters, and
These,
animation.
these are
so
guidelines,
Okay.
Michael.
Shooting style. as well.
We'll get to that. No. That's one bullet. No. That bullet's over there. It's like across. It's
Guys,
across the paper.
guys.
But
These bullets are guidelines. You know that, right?
yeah. Also,
Oh yeah. That's my favorite topic. Is for context, we're laughing because there's an empty bullet.
wait. Does this show up?
It will not. It will not.
Don't
even
do
try,
that.
it's
Don't do
fine.
that.
Anyway, another thing about the plot. I'll keep this quick.
Yeah.
But I love how it's like first of all, the fact that he's there because he's too good and is making everyone else look bad is just such like a funny and like unique thing to add. And also, what's it called? Where was I going with this?
You tell me.
Oh yeah, so he's like really good at his job. So he connects all the dots and he looks at what everyone is doing and like who looks suspicious. Oh, what could that person be up to? Oh, they got a big coat. Oh, I don't like that. And he puts all of this elaborate story together about how, okay, this person is selling this place and the land is valuable and he wants it, so he's gonna kill it. And then it winds up they killed him because this guy was annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Like that's kind of what he does when he's in the car and he's looking at all the people. He's like, why does he have a big coat? Why is he hiding his face? He's making it more complicated than it actually might be. And that's what happens because he comes up with this whole narrative when really they just didn't like these people that died.
Bad laugh.
Bad laugh.
I actually that reminded me. I was thinking about this the other night after I watched it. So, in most like cop shows that I've seen, because my parents really like cop shows for some reason, it's like one of their favorite things to watch. It's actually kind of annoying, I'll be honest. I don't like most of them. The only one I like is Death in Paradise and probably Brooklyn Nine-Nine because that one's funny.
I don't know, that's one of them.
And like they all have like a certain pattern to them, to the point where it gets kind of like predictable, like, oh, this guy has this motive, so he killed it. And it's like this very like, it's like, oh, the land is valuable, and it's stuff like that. And I was talking to my parents about it, and they were like, you do realize this is like fiction, right? This like wouldn't happen in real life. Like real life stuff, like crime is very simple. You don't like someone, so you kill them. It's stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
And that's how it is in the movie.
Yeah.
They just
So
didn't like those
I'm glad,
guys.
because it's like most cop shows do make it a lot more complicated than they are in real life. So I like that it was
And
very simple.
The Romeo and Juliet scene. Before this rewatch, I had never seen Romeo and Juliet.
so
I've never
funny.
read it, and he's so
Reading it
bad
right
at
now.
acting.
They're acting and they're like, and then I love when they do the like the breakout in song and then it cuts back to Nicholas Angel's like.
That's literally the picture of Michael's reaction to
Oh
the
my
end of this
gosh, it
movie.
is the.
It's so good.
It was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I like how throughout like parts of the movie, what's it, Danny just repeats what Angel says. Like he says what does he say? We sat through like an hour and a half of acting, and that kiss was the most
The only believable part.
And then
That-
Danny says that like 5 minutes later.
I love that because the way those two characters interact is just so.
I love them so much.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, so it's like, yeah,
Hey, don't mock her,
in this,
Theo.
I would never.
me in this movie. But anyway, so it's like, without Danny, none of Nick's character development would have ever happened because it's like Danny is the one who really shows him, oh, you can switch off, you can have fun sometimes. You don't always have to be so like, oh, work, sleep, get up, run, then work some more. Like, no, you can have fun. You can win cuddly monkeys for your friends.
Oh,
Which, by the
awesome.
way, the scene where they're like, Tom, you learn to switch off. Maybe is that what I say? I don't.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You and your monkey, and then he holds up the thing and goes, "Do you mean me or that?" And then, just like, and then a minute later, he runs away holding it. It's so
Also,
funny.
I recently watched Point Break. Not a very good movie. So the Point Break scene makes I get the context now, like when
Also-
they're referencing Point Break and that gun shooting.
I know
everywhere.
too much about this movie. So that I also love the way that he wasn't just to look cool, but it was actually practical in the situation. And it was smart thinking on Danny's part because he wanted to shoot the gun and make sure there was nothing left in it. So that way Nicholas didn't have the opportunity to shoot his dad, which I think, it's obviously a reference, but if you think about it a little more, it's like.
I don't. At
Never
that
thought of
point,
it like
though,
that.
I don't think.
I
Nick
feel like that
would
could have been
shoot
just
him.
prevented by
No,
not
yeah,
giving
but,
him
like,
the gun. And I'm
They
sure
weren't
he had his own
planning
gun.
on it, but
I mean, I guess that's you could look at it that way.
could look at it that way. I don't know, there's a lot of with
This-
Edgar Wright stuff. There's stuff that's left up to interpretation, but
Yeah, that's always a good
I
thing.
Oh
got
yeah,
that from
he's
Cinema
very
Sins,
he's very
the,
known for
that
being
detail.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
What are
What
you
was that
doing?
for?
I don't know.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, let's move on. Shooting style.
Wait.
I read that wrong. It's animation
I think-
style, shooting style.
Yeah, I love the animation style in this. But I did want to talk about the like the just like the cuts to each like
Oh
scene.
yeah,
like
Edgar Wright's great at that.
I
Like
wasn't even done talking, buddy.
I was. Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Jeez.
And but it starts out with this really cool montage. I love the montage at the very beginning. It's so good. And it's like and then the scene where he's traveling to Sanford at the beginning, there was he was in like the train and then he was out of the train and then a train goes by and that like made me physically jump. Like I really liked I keep describing them as like jarring, which is really the only word that I can really think of that would describe it. But yeah, I really liked the whole style of this movie. It was really good. Do you want to say something?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Go on, you can do it,
We're all
buddy.
ears.
We believe in you.
I like everything you just said too, and I think it's okay for me to like that, and I don't think I should get yelled at by
Wait.
meanies in this. By meanies.
Okay, you can like it. That's a good thing. But you can't interrupt me when I'm speaking, dog.
I was just adding on.
You can add on after I'm done.
I didn't know you were still
I was taking a
going.
breath.
Okay.
So anyway, the movie.
I like it.
So yeah, okay.
I like this movie.
I
this
also
movie's
got
pretty
this
good.
Hot
in
take. I like this
Hot
movie.
Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz?
I'm gonna throw something at you later.
You shouldn't do that.
For legal reasons, that is a joke.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you. Never mind. But anyway, the other thing I like about that, and I did get this from Every Frame a Painting on YouTube, I believe.
I
But
think I've seen.
the
I don't know what that is.
YouTube channel, it does like film analysis things.
I might have seen a video too.
But
Of his.
the way, so like sometimes Edgar Wright manages to make scenes that would normally be like really uninteresting or boring fun to watch. It's like, and the best example. Did your phone just ring?
No.
It was a text from Desiree.
Oh. Hi, Desiree. She's
Desiree
still Uncle
mentioned-
Gladys in my phone.
Yeah, mine too.
Anyway, the way Edgar Wright like films stuff, it's like, instead of like if he's moving to another city, it's like instead of having a bunch of stock footage of cars and some upbeat music, it just like
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
yeah, but
Because like usually it'd just be like some like fun music and like
yeah.
and just like aerial shots. Like it would be like aerial shots,
Exactly,
but
yeah.
instead it's quick cuts.
And I don't remember if where I got this from. It was either CinemaSins or Every Frame a Painting.
It shouldn't be CinemaSins.
Dude, CinemaSins is the best. Like, well, I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay.
But like even the way it's shot, you can even see it. Like, it shows that he is moving away. I talked to you about this earlier too. It's like the drop in the Wi-Fi bar and the two different taxi logos or like design style, whatever.
Yeah.
It shows that he is going from somewhere that is a big city to a small town, and I think that's cool.
Wow. Have we done? I don't know. There's an interview with Bryan Cranston, star of Breaking Bad, other stuff, and he was talking about comedy and drama, and he said something like, if you're a comedic actor, and you're doing like a comedy thing, you can't think for 1 second that what you're doing is funny, because then you'll laugh, and then the audience won't like feel the need to laugh or anything. And if you're doing like a dramatic scene, someone who cries easily, then the audience won't cry. But if you're trying not to cry, then they'll cry.
I watched that too, I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think the comedy thing is so smart because you can't, because he's talked about like SNL. It's funny to watch those characters like the actors break in like a funny environment, but in a movie, if just an actor bursts out laughing during a funny thing, it's not going to be as funny as like Simon Pegg keeping a straight face while everyone around him is a buffoonish idiot.
Also, that reminds me, I had a mental note about this, but the way Bill Nye, I think that's how you pronounce it. Bill Nye, the science guy. No, different guy.
Yeah, he's
Different
he's
guy.
Davy Jones.
Anyway.
He's Davy Jones. Jack Sparrow.
But he
Sorry.
was in all three of the movies.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. What's it called? I don't remember if he made like a physical appearance
he
in
was
World's
in
End.
Shaun of the Dead. He was
he was
like the stepdad.
Phil, Shaun of the Dead, World's End. He was the voice of the thing that the like whatever wrong movie, but the way so everyone else is trying to be nice about it, and they're like, oh, how's the hand? Still a bit stiff, and it's like, you said you'd want to move to the country sometime. Yeah. You said once I would love to settle the country down sometime, Janine. I don't remember telling. Anyway,
You got it.
the way he's like, the fact is, you've been making us all look bad, and like everyone else is kind of like, oh, I mean, it could be fun, and he's just so straight to the point, and I feel like that's really funny, and I like that a lot.
Who is the other guy? The other police, because there was Bill Nye, Martin Freeman.
I don't know his name.
And the other guy. I feel like I might recognize him, but I don't know where from. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. He looks familiar for sure, but I don't know his name.
I'll figure it out later.
I wanted to talk about how there was like a lot of repetition throughout the movie, and I love repetition, especially like humor wise. I think it's the funniest thing ever. But not when you go like
Too much.
too much. Yeah, if it's like 2 or 3 times, that's like so funny. And I think like each like funny thing that was mentioned at the beginning, like the swan and Aaron A. Aronson was mentioned at the end, like that's perfect.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you can't
The
get anything
swan.
better than
the
that.
running joke of the swan.
Oh
It's
my
so
gosh.
I also
It's
they
so
pick it
good.
up in the car when they're
good. Yeah, and that ultimately leads to Danny's dad getting.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Also, one thing I liked was when they were going into the convenience store in like the climax or something. He was going in alone, and then they were like, "Wait, don't go in alone." And Danny was like, "Don't worry, he knows what he's doing." He immediately gets thrown out the window, and he's like, "I'll handle the trolley boy. You handle the other people." And they're like, "What?" and then what? What's his name? I'm trying to read this. Yeah, no, I don't think he's on here. But the big guy
Who only
like,
says yarp?
yeah, he only says
Lurch.
yarp. Lurch?
I think that's his name.
His parents did not like
Yeah,
him, did they?
Well, no, that was his nickname. He had like a regular name. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it was
Oh,
like I think it was like Martin or something.
Wait, was it Michael? I think it was Michael.
It might have been Michael.
I feel like it was, yeah.
You just gotta say yarp and narp for the rest of the.
I think it's so funny how he never heard him say how Nick never heard him say narp.
Yeah, he was just.
But he said narp, and
Yeah,
and
he
the
was-
other guy thought it
he
was
was-
completely normal, meaning he just says that. Like that's
He was
so
like,
funny.
narp. Excellent.
Very good. I love how he gets distracted by the monkey.
Playtime's
And then-
over.
Later-
Playtime's over.
I love how they also bring that line up because they're like, oh, I threw him in the freezer. Did you say cool off? No. Oh, it's a shame. You really missed out.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and then the
but-
shame meme. That's shame.
yeah, and then
What?
they're like, oh,
It's a
but
meme.
earlier I held the monkey up to and I hit him and then playtime's over.
You can talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to like start monologuing or whatever.
No, you can do
What
that. It's okay.
That's the two. What's a monologue if there's 2 people?
It's a
Dialogue.
It's a dialogue.
Die means.
Oh, yeah.
No, die means 2, right?
Yeah, that would make sense,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny.
Mhm.
That was
That was funny.
That's it.
that,
Okay.
was, that was my whole point.
Okay.
I wanted to say I have very little notes on this because it was my first time watching the
Well,
movie.
at least you have notes. I'm not a notes guy.
I can't believe you did. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But I have very little notes because it was my first time watching the movie, so I was mainly just watching it, and I think I enjoyed it more that way instead of just like pausing it every 10 seconds.
That
But,
was funny. Write that down.
Yeah.
You should just
so,
get like
someone
someone to like your sibling or something to like be like write that down. Write that down.
I actually watched it with my mother, and thank
Mom,
you for
write that
saying
down.
that because she did take the remote from me and paused it and called my father back in to watch something because he was about to go on like a business call or something, and she was like, "Wait, come here for a second," and she took the remote from me, and I was like, "Can we just watch the movie?" Because I was invested at this point. I was like, "Please, just play the movie."
As you
And she
should.
and it was the frame of Tony Fisher when Nick first meets him, and behind him is the whiteboard, and it has different things
It's
around
so
him.
funny.
And my mom was like, "Do you know what that's called?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, I wrote it down because I had no idea what it was. I think it's French, so I'm sorry. Just trigger warning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
might start sobbing.
Yeah.
well,
Una
I
hates
don't-
French.
don't-
It's like mise en scene. I know that's not how
I
you
don't
say
know
it.
I've heard of
but
it before, I think,
I
yeah.
don't
but
know
it's
what they're
when
talking about.
I'll explain it right now. It's when the background of a scene like tells you everything you need to know about a character, and
It's literally
It's-
words
I don't
pointed.
even know where this.
There's a
what
scene
scene this is.
where guys sitting and they're
Tony Fisher.
introducing all
I
of the
don't know
characters.
everybody's names.
I don't even
literally know
everyone's
everyone's names, Theo.
names. But I'm bad with names. It's okay, Theo. But
Okay.
so he's sitting there and they're like, he looks
Yeah.
up and he's standing behind a whiteboard.
In front of.
Yeah, the whiteboard is behind him.
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of adjectives that are like
It's
lazy, unfit,
late,
like
lacks leadership skills,
unprofessional, like just a bunch of really like rude words. And
Yeah.
he's in the middle. If you look in like the other frames, it's like what makes a bad like employee or whatever officer.
Oh my God, that
Yeah.
reminds me of the swear bin, or like because
that's
they
so
both
funny.
go like he's like, and then they swear, and he's like, and then like Danny puts one in for him. He's like,
Yeah.
thank you, Danny, and then like the
Andy
Andys
does it
do
too,
that
yeah.
too. He's like,
so
thank you,
good.
Andy.
Also, I love how the worst one on there is the only one that's not censored. Like all of the other ones are, and then there's that one at the end. That's
What?
What,
I don't remember.
What letter does it?
C.
Yeah. Well, that's like popular British term.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny that all of the other ones are censored and that one isn't.
I mean, come on, it's part of their culture, man.
That's wild.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, come at me, Brits.
Oh.
Come at me.
Those are.
I'm drinking a tea. Oh,
Oh,
I got the pinky out. Oh,
My goodness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
I also like how
You want a
I like how
biscuit?
at the peak, like I love it when like any kind of story like sets everything up at the beginning so perfectly that it will end in the most satisfying way possible. It's like you set up all of the dominoes in a row and you knock the first one down and it all goes down, and that's what it feels like, and it's so good because. I think my favorite one was probably, or just the one I remember the most was how the guys that are like at the front of the police building, Nick walks out of the thing with all of the like guns and stuff, and one of the guys like, I didn't know we had all that stuff, and the other guy's like, no one tells me nothing, which was a joke from before.
Honestly,
but
I
so
thought
they're
that was
not
the same guy when I first saw
and
him.
so and because he says he's like, I didn't know, so it's like not suspicious and they don't tell anyone anything, which
Yeah,
makes it like
I thought it was the same guy, dude. I
thought they were the same guy.
I don't know.
One of them
They
has
were
the night shift. And one of them has the day shift.
I know, but like I thought I don't know why, but I just thought it was the same guy.
They look a little similar, yeah.
Yeah, until like later in the scene where it's like he's doing whatever, and then the other guy comes from behind. And he's like, hey, nobody tells me nothing.
Yep. Anyway,
Whoop,
Yeah.
we're short on time, so
all
final
right.
thoughts, final ratings. What do you think, guys?
4.5 out of 5.
I'll be honest, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
We saw that
All right,
coming.
all right, all right,
Saw
all
that
right.
coming.
Okay.
Shot.
Okay. Are we gonna say the one we're doing next week?
What are? Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
we can we do rear window? Please. Yes. Okay, we're doing Rear Window as our next movie. Yeah.
On the
Excited.
spot, I agreed to that.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing
pressure,
I can do.
peer
We-
pressure,
We forgot to
pressure.
decide earlier.
we can't lie again, so I've forfeited
Yep.
any choice I have. So
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
You gotta end with the pose.